Alright, so for the... Let's see, what do I need here? I need a part builder, tool station, and stencil table. So those all require blank patterns. So I'm going to need 3 of those. So let's go ahead and get some planks out and make a few sticks. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to need another crafting station. A crafting table. Alright, so I'm going to put these here. So, plank and a pattern gives you a stencil table. Log and a pattern gives you a part builder. And crafting table and a pattern gives you a tool station. Voila! Now I'm also going to need some oak barrels. So let's do that. Ooh, and okay, let's go ahead and burn the rest of these logs. Alright, so I'm going to make as many of these as I can, so let's see. Looks like I'm only going to get 2 built right now. So that should do it for the quest. As we can see, 100% all across the board. So I'm going to claim my reward. Now I can either select an Axe of Despair or a Pan of Destiny. And I'll be honest with you, in the past I've gotten the Axe of Despair. But I think I'm going to pick the Pan of Destiny because I have recently been shown that it's actually a pretty good melee weapon. And I may need that coming up here. So I'm going to claim those. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and eat some apples. Now, each apple only gives you half of a meat stick of hunger. Like I said, everything's been reworked to make it a little more difficult. So let's see what we got in the reward bag. You can kind of get a clue. Okay, so this says basic, so it's probably not going to be a great reward. Well, that's useful. I got a book of efficiency 3. I mean, that could come in handy at some point, but I'm going to need an anvil to really use it, so for now I'm just going to put it away. No, not that. I'm going to put that away. I'm going to put my quarter of a heart away. Oh, there's my pan. Okay. So this is a Thalmic pan, plus 5 attack damage, which is actually kind of impressive. And it does gain experience as you use it, because there's a special mod on here that allows your tools to level up, which I think is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and put these tables down. So first it's going to be stencil table, next is going to be part builder, and finally tool station. So let's take a look at the quest book and see what we're working on next. Alright, so we've finished that one, and now we're going to go to Smooth as Silk. So basically this is going to have us build some items that use string, and in order to get string, we have to use the silkworm that we have here. Now I'm going to try and get a few more silkworms before I go any further. So, in fact, let me go ahead and make a few more crooks. Take those out of there. I guess one more crook. Alright, so let's see if we can get a few more silkworms, because the more silkworms you put in a tree, the faster it's going to convert. Basically, the silkworms, what they do is they convert the leaves to white leaves, and when you break them with a crook, you get string and more silkworms. So it's part of the Ex Nihilo mod. Basically gives you a way to get string without having to fight spiders or I guess grow sheep and have a pulverizer. And of course string is the gateway to wool and all sorts of other things. Okay, so I've gotten a second silkworm. Let's see if I can get one more out of these last few leaf blocks. Okay. Oh, I need to go make myself an axe. As soon as I'm done with this tree, I'm going to plant another one. I'll probably go ahead and bone meal it up and then put the silkworms in it, and then I'm going to make myself an axe, because since I passed on the Axe of Despair, I'll have to make one for myself. So let's drop down a sapling, bone meal it up. Alright, so we're going to put this silkworm here, and we're going to put this silkworm here, and they can meet in the middle. So as you can see, they've turned into infested leaves, and as time passes, they will spread to all the other leaf blocks and turn completely white, and that's when I know it's ready to go. So let's go ahead and build ourselves an axe. Now, in order to do that, well, actually, before I do that, let me put down one of these barrels for the rainwater, because I will need that at some point, and I missed the first rainstorm, so hopefully it'll rain again shortly. I'm going to put the other one in here. I'll put it right there, right by the door. Alright, so in order to make a tool with Tinker's Construct, the first thing you need is a couple of patterns. So let's do up a couple patterns. There we go. And you put these blank patterns into the stencil table, and you use them to create stencils for what you're wanting to make. So I'm going to make a tool rod pattern, and I'm going to make an axe head pattern. Let's shovel. There we go. Alright, so I've got a tool rod pattern and an axe head pattern. Now, you can then put these patterns into the part builder, and you can decide what material you're going to make these parts out of. Now, we've been provided a little bit of flint, which is not a bad material to start with. So I'm going to go ahead and make the axe head out of flint, and let's see, I'll make the handle out of wood. Nice basic material to start with. I got a bonus stick back, that's nice. Alright, so axe head and tool rod, and so we're going to go to the tool station. We're making an axe, so we're going to put the tool rod there, axe head there, and boom, we have a hatchet, accompanied with some very lovely wood cutting sounds. Oops, I did not want those there. Yeah, so you can make quite a few tools, and you can also repair the tools that you've made in this station just by putting the tool there and then putting whatever material will repair the tool there. Let's check on our tree here. As you can see, the worms are doing their job, so let's give it a little bit more time. Let's see. So one thing I can make without the string is the, where is it? Wooden hammer. So let's take a look at that real quick. Wooden hammer. Not that one, but this one, the ex nihilo. So it's just simply 2 sticks and 2 blocks. So let's go ahead and make that real quick. And we're going to need some more planks. So 2 sticks, 2 planks, and we have a wooden hammer. Now that will be useful here in a moment, but as you can see, that satisfies the requirement for the quest. Go! What are you waiting for? Jeez, those worms are slow. Now, one thing we're going to have to deal with is the fact that while this stuff looks like soil, it is actually not. It's green stained clay, and it is useless. You can do absolutely nothing with it other than pick it up and move it somewhere else. So in order to expand beyond the single square that I have right there, we have to make dirt. And of course, there's other reasons we have to make dirt, but that's the first reason. Now, the way to make dirt is using this ex nihilo mod and these barrels. You can put basically vegetation in these barrels, and it will turn into dirt through composting. Ooh, it's almost done. Yay. So as you can see, it basically slowly converts from whatever you put into it into dirt. Now, there's a lot of different things you can put in there to make dirt, but of course, you know, you've got different things have different requirements. Like if you use, you can actually use string to make dirt, but it takes 25 string to make one dirt, whereas it only takes 8 saplings. So obviously saplings are going to be easier to use. So I think I'll leave that there. That looks not bad. I don't know why it's talking about server backup, because I'm not on a server. I guess that must just be built in. I don't know what it's backing up to. Perhaps Jade Cats is spying on me. Okay, so as you can see, we now have a dirt block. So from nothing we have something. Not really nothing, but basically transmutation. Why? Okay. I don't know if that's like stuck and it's just going to continue doing that. I certainly hope not. Alright, and we'll do this side. Wow, this pick needs some help. Alright, let's take a look at this pick. What is this? Stonebound. Okay, it's a wooden pickaxe. That's the problem. I don't know if that can be corrected. I don't know if I can add a different part or not. Alright, so it looks like our tree is done. So let's get our crook out. Now let's move this out of the way and grab this so we can see just exactly how much string we're getting from this tree. I like the little icon that that this texture pack uses for the string. It actually looks like a spool of thread. It's just funny to me that it pops off the tree already on a spool, ready to use. But those worms are thoughtful. It looks like I may have to do more than one tree because I'm not getting as much off here as I thought I would. But that's alright, we can at least get started with what we need to do. We've got to make a bed, a fishing rod, and something called a sieve. Alright, so let's take this down. Oh, that's much better. Alright. And nothing from the last one. Alright, so we got 23 string. And let's see if we get any... Okay, and we got 6 silkworms. So let's go ahead and put down another tree. And I'll leave that be. See what we can get finished here. Alright, of course the downside of having the silk trees is you don't get any saplings and you don't get any apples, which kind of sucks. So let's go ahead and see what we got to do here. For the quest line, we need a sieve, a fishing rod, and a bed. So bed takes 3 wool, which is 12 string. Fishing rod, of course, takes 2 string, so that's 14. And then this sieve, I'm not sure how to pronounce that actually. Let's see. Oak sieve. Takes 2 of these silk meshes, which each one is 9, so that's 18. So I don't know if I have enough string to do all 3. So let me go ahead and bone meal this and put some more worms down. Come on. Oh, don't be a giant tree. Okay, thank you. I'm just going to put all 6 of these worms in here. Get to work, fellas. Alright, that should convert that tree pretty quickly.